Yeah, that kind of
Yeah.
got overlooked by the whole we all nearly died thing.
Yeah.
Yep. I was gonna say Radix died, but everybody else was pretty close too.
Did someone get pregnant
It's
twice? I
painful.
can't remember.
No,
Almost.
almost.
But he's dead anyway, so it doesn't matter.
All right. So, yay. We stopped right after the fight. You guys were all standing around Kata's body. I will move Mina in. Resto Changeo, she was there the whole time.
I'd tell you we had a long rest, but to be honest, none of us look like we have, so.
Nope. All right. So, right about the time you guys are finishing up, like, examining Kata's body and trying to figure out what the hell happened. Oh God, I forgot his name and I closed the book. Hold on. Major Caller. Yay. Major Caller. Who, for your knowledge, Mina, was the person who asked you guys. So this whole town is basically a town that's in a constant state of war because of the gate it's attached to. And they thought they had a spy, so he asked you guys to suss out the spy for him. In exchange, he would let you guys near the gate and also give a reward. So, right around the time you guys are finished, poking around Kata's body and realizing you can't do anything and it's kind of ethereal and strange, Major Kalar walks up and peers around one of your shoulders and he goes, "Oh, I am sorry for y'all's loss."
It's a strange one.
Really?
What?
Well, yes, we can't seem to do anything. He's...
No, not you, Barnabas. Not you. Not you. It's okay.
Yes, we found your, we think we found your traitor.
Oh, no, we did. We did.
We've definitely
Oh,
found...
you did?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
don't remember the guy's name. Me personally, no remembery.
It's fine. It
The
was
grumpy one
Sergeant Luggett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The grumpy, grouchy one was totally faking their whole fight the entire time.
Did Barnabas even see that?
Yes, because later on I caught it. She did mention something to me later on about it, because I had the only...
I don't remember.
I know, I
Yeah.
had pointed out to Kata.
I thought
Yeah.
you said something. You said
Oh, no.
something to Mom.
You went over to the group. They were kind of grouped up and everybody, and I think that everybody heard that because that was in the time before the Ettins came out, I think.
I don't remember.
I'm sure
Regardless.
you said something to me because I was flying that I saw it later on, but I could be confused as well. It's been a week.
That it has.
I didn't think Gedry knew, because I definitely didn't make that check at any point. And I didn't know.
I know. Cease came over and told everybody between fights because.
Oh, I legit. I know. I definitely went to Kata for sure. It was like, do you
Yeah.
see them? Do you see what they're doing?
Mhm.
You should go over there. And I pushed Kata to go
Yep.
after them.
Yeah,
And
because
right
that's why I
then, that
cast
was
Sanctuary.
when,
And that's
Yeah.
when the Ettins came in.
and Barnabas was over there at that part. So,
Yeah, because I was about to cast Sanctuary on Kata then, and then I ended up
Okay.
using it later.
So, what do you guys say to him about Luggett?
So Luggig was fighting, I don't know, whatever the guy's name is, and was pulling his punches, play fighting. Obviously, they were saying stuff to each other because you could see their mouth moving in total conversation.
Oh, that's strange, because we have not been able to find Sergeant Luggett, and I was concerned may have gotten
Oh.
smushed.
No, he probably left for the other team.
Yes, he vanished at some point. We just lost trace of him.
You know, amidst the Ettins and our friend dying.
Yeah. Speaking of strange
that-
things, he kind of like nudges the dead body of the Slad and is like, "What is this?" I've not
Not
seen one of
good.
these before.
Wait, do I know what that is?
You can do an Arcana check.
Bastard,
Sure.
what it is.
Hold on. My screen's just got all wonky.
What colour was
Yeah.
the one we bought in the mech town?
I feel
Which
defeated.
Aw.
I'm
Did you roll
so worked
poorly?
up over Kata's death. I rolled a 1. I'm so worked up over Kata's death that I'm just like, it's a thing that does bad things.
Oh,
It's it's a giant salamander.
I also have proficiency in Arcana. Can I roll for that?
Yeah, it's totally
Okay.
fine.
Slightly
Oh
better.
my god.
We fought
Yeah.
something like this before. That's all I can say.
It's not the first time I've seen a thing like
I
this.
just can't remember what colour the ones we fought in the place with the horrible grinding machines was.
I think they were red.
Okay, yeah.
All right. That is certainly strange. Well, that definitely gives us more to go on than we had before. We will follow up on that. You have fulfilled your end of the bargain. So, if you want, I can escort you over by the gate so you can attune your mirror, and then I can take you to get the other reward that I promised all of you.
Before we move on, is this, and I just point down at Kata's body, is this typical for those who fall on this battlefield?
To be see-through like that? No. I figured it was something with you guys, that it was normal.
That was another possibility. We're facing some strange circumstances ourselves. I'm just trying to determine if this is the first time one of us has died. So now I can add this to what is going on with us.
First, do you expect more deaths?
I don't expect more deaths. I do not want more deaths, but I'm trying to do as much as I can with the death of my friend.
First time one of us has died. It better be the last time anybody dies. Is there any way we can get him back? I'm talking to Captain What's-His-Face.
The major is like, well,
Major.
can you pick him up?
I
Because
show-
like it doesn't look like.
I show that
Yeah.
my hands just go straight through him.
Yeah.
All of his equipment's gone the same way, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Everything.
Otherwise Genji would take something as
Yeah.
memoriam.
Yeah. Everything on him is completely like ethereal, almost as if he's shifted planes entirely.
Maybe he's not dead? Maybe this is like residual magic from transport? I don't really know. I'm grasping at straws, but I'm trying to be hopeful. Because
Yeah.
this does not track for me.
We know we're missing part of our souls, so this is probably
Wait,
connected.
What?
How do you not know this?
No.
Not
He
you,
wasn't
Major.
with us.
Sorry.
He wasn't with us.
Part of us wasn't with us when we found that out.
That's definitely new to me. Oh,
Now
boy.
that I'm connected, would you let me roll for Arcana as well?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I had to
Genji
do
with the plus 10 is not bothering.
It's
did-
totally fine.
get that to load. That was really annoying. Okay, no, I don't know shit. Probably.
Oh my god. Those are the most amazingly low Arcana checks I have seen in my life. It is awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
I want to make it clear that I'm not actually rolling this, I'm just doing this for comparison and
Just
hilarity's sake.
curious.
Oh, that is a really slow die. Why is that so anciently slow?
Well, whatever you roll is still going to be the highest of anybody.
Hey! You know everything about those guys.
And I'm not paying
Alright.
attention. I'm
Yep.
too busy.
It's fine.
While this conversation carries on about the soul thing, I'm just going to quietly find a spot and wander away, and I'm just going to be sat down and meditating for a minute.
Okay. So Major looks at you guys and goes, well, are you guys going to be in the area for a little bit? We can keep an eye. I can see about like getting one of our casters around here, and like if anything changes or something, we could send word to you.
I'll stay with him if Gedry wants to go to the portal. And then when you guys are done at the portal, you can come back for me.
Genji will sigh and push himself up from the ground next to Kata and start heading for the portal.
Like when Gedry gets up, I like give his shoulder a squeeze,
Mm-hmm.
just like trying to be comforting, but I don't really know how to comfort him because
Right.
I am friends with Silraz, who doesn't comfort.
Yeah. All right. So he lets you go right up to the gate. Give me 1 second.
I also want to loot the Ettins while he's gone.
Okay.
Yes, get that gem.
Me and Silraz are gonna go loot.
Yeah. I'm gonna take it in a minute
Alright,
and
Where were we? We were in. Were we in Cursed?
First, yep.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. No.
Rigus.
Rigus, that's right. Yep, Rigus. Cool.
yeah, I'm using that minute to do what's called magical cunning. So I get one of my spell slots back.
Okay. All right. Gedry, give me 1 to 2 sentence description of what this place is.
Acheron is a 7-tiered city centered on the gate. That is a constant battlefield between the residents of Acheron and the battlefield, and the residents of Rigus and the battlefield of Acheron through the gate. It's
Alright.
operated under military regimen and is under strict controls throughout.
All right. All right. Yay. Good job. Come on, go back. Sorry, cap on my pen is not behaving. Whatever. All right. You guys were looting.
Yes, indeedy duty.
All right. The Ettins, each, all they have on them are large, what is it? Battle axe and Morningstar each. And then the one guy, the blue guy, had a gray gem embedded in his head.
I would like to pry the gem out.
Give me a strength or dexterity check.
Dex it is. 12.
It takes a little finagling, a little bit of time, but you manage to eventually get it out of there. And then, oh, were you looting the slat guy too? in the meantime?
Absolutely. Safely, yes. If I can do so safely, I should say.
Yeah, yeah. He had a greatsword on him. That is about it, looks like.
Soraz, can you carry any of this?
A bit, but why do we want garbage weaponry?
What condition do the weapons look like they're in?
The ones on the ends are pretty beaten up. They look like they've been old. They're not magical or anything. They're not special. The one on the sled looks a little better. Still not magical, but it also doesn't look like he used it much, you know? But also the one on the sled is a normal size, whereas the Ettins had like
Right.
bigger.
Hold on, let me put a gray gem in my inventory real quick before I forget. How big is the gem?
Oh,
$50, quarter.
Yeah, $50-ish.
You said it's a long sword?
Great sword.
Great sword. Trying to see what it weighs.
It's great.
Great.
Okay, settle down there, Tony the Tiger.
Alright. So the tuning of that takes about a minute or two. After you get done with that, the major asks if everybody's ready to go get the rest of the reward. He'll keep a guy on Kata's body until they can figure out if something's going to happen with it or whatever.
I feel bad just leaving it there. It like evaporates or turns into a real corpse. We can do something.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm now holding a spell slot and one last charge of healing beam.
He does tell you guys if you guys want to stay with the body a bit longer, that's fine. You can come get him when you're ready to get whatever reward you wanted.
I'm fine with whatever you want to do, Gedry. If you stay, I'll stay.
Sitting here doesn't help Kata.
No, but if it helps you, it matters.
Sitting here isn't going to help me either. I'm just going to keep circling.
What would you like to do?
I would like to focus on what I can do to try and make things better, and that's not standing here.
Okay, let's go finish our current meeting, our next meeting, and we'll head back to the tower to move to the next city then. So that's something we can do, right?
Yes.
Okay. And like, I don't know, whatever Silraz, I'm gonna assume Silraz is like rummaging through something, and I like just kind of nudge him to tell him to start moving.
Time to go.
Yep.
All right. So he takes you guys over to the armory. He hands you each a pouch with 1,000 gold pieces in it. He gives Gedry an extra one for Kata's portion of it because he had promised a certain amount and you guys delivered. So even though
So
he's
how
dead,
much was
he's
that
still
again?
giving it 1,000 each. You got 2,000 because he gave you Kata's. And each of you can choose one of the following from the armory: a +1 weapon of any type, a +1 wand of the war mage, a cloak of protection, or dimensional shackles. And he tells Gedry you can take an extra item as the last part of Kata's reward too.
Okay. Gedry will take a cloak of protection and the dimensional shackles.
So would totally want a wand for War Mage. Oh,
I have an arcane grimoire, which is probably slightly better for a wizard.
no, I meant for Kata.
No.
We got you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
You said a +1 weapon or what?
A +1 weapon of any type
Right.
from the player's handbook, a +1 wand of the war mage, a cloak of protection, or dimensional shackles.
And we already have one set of dimensional shackles, so.
You never have too many dimensional shackles.
Well, I'm gonna look over to Silraz and find out what he's taking first.
Silraz looks around a bit and spots a set of like clawed knuckle dusters and goes straight for those.
Can I get a glass?
Question, because it's been a very long time since I played Druid. Can I use a wand? Can I use the wand of the War Mage or no?
No.
I don't think so. It has to be a druid specific one.
So I
Yeah.
thought. So it looks
No,
like I'm
one
also.
I've just looked at it. It's just requires achievement by a spellcaster.
Really?
But it's whether or
Yes.
not she can use it as a a focus. I don't think it counts as a druidic focus necessarily.
It doesn't count as a focus, period.
Well,
While
CC
holding
already
this
have a
one-
focus as your cloak.
Correct.
While
So you don't
holding
need
the
it as
cloak,
a
you
that.
gain a bonus to spell attack rolls. In addition, you ignore half cover while making a spell attack roll. That's it. The only requirement is that you are a spellcaster. But it
Yeah,
will
so
not count your focus.
You can attune it and get the benefits. You just can't use it specifically as a focus.
My cloak is a focus, which is why I can't take the cloak of protection. So
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
wondering- So would I still get the +1 bonus then on my attacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Looks
the
like you can
important part.
definitely do that.
Then I can stack that with my fire bonus.
Mhm.
Yep.
All of the bonuses. Okay, then yeah, that's what I
'Cause
would take.
Well,
I have a rod of the Pack Keeper. I'm debating getting a +1 longsword to go with it.
What, Arlie?
I was gonna say the other thing is you have on your cloak, I think, the ability to hide when you have like,
Lightly obscured.
yeah. So
Yes.
like it would help also when you're trying to attack and like because you're hiding, things have a little bit of cover from you.
That's the first thing that caught my eye, and I was like, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
wait a
Yeah.
minute.
So
Wait,
yeah,
wait.
that would be a good one
Okay.
for you.
Perfect. Yeah, that's so after Syl takes his knuckle dusters, actually, like while he's picking them up and eyeballing them,
Mm-hmm.
I like I'm gonna say I reach past him to like
Mhm.
pluck this wand off the shelf very very carefully and eyeball it.
Mm-hmm.
Bannersbus is eyeballing one of the cloaks, like, really interestingly, but then, like, out of the corner of his eye, he sees this really nicely crafted longsword,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a crow to a shiny thing, just straight over.
What's Mina gonna take?
Did I miss a list or?
Yeah. It's a +1 weapon of any type from the player's handbook, a +1 wand of the War Mage, which wouldn't be useful for you at all, a cloak of protection, or dimensional shackles.
Can we add the items to our inventory, or is there anything extra we need to know
Nope.
for?
You just add it to your inventory. You have it.
Mine
It's okay, Mina. Go with your kink. Get the shackles.
That's what I was unironically leaning towards. What was the first two items you said? They already left my brain.
Yeah, a +1 weapon of any type. So whatever type of weapon is your preferred weapon, you can get that as a +1, which adds an extra 1 on your attack and damage rolls. And the other one was a +1 wand of the War Mage, which wouldn't be useful for you. The Cloak of Protection would also potentially be useful for you.
Okay. I don't know how this has happened, but I've just equipped my new sword, and my plus to hit is 0.
Make your longsword your packed weapon.
Thank you.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, if your strength is not high, then
I am good with the shackles. I think I could have some fun RP uses for that too.
That works. Cool. I mean, that Incubus might come back.
And I didn't mean that in a. Never mind.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
better.
Um,
Plus 8 to hit.
there you go. after you guys do that, he does tell you he's posted a guard on Kata's body just because it is such an unusual circumstance, and if something changes with it, he will send somebody to your walking castle. He assumes it'll probably be pretty easy to find because it's so big, and let you know if anything changes.
I thank him very eloquently. I can't think of words right now, so I'm not going to try to do it. But my character would be very, very eloquent in being able to thank him.
That works. All right. Do you guys want to do anything in town before you head back to the castle?
Can't think of anything I would want to do.
You can stay around and fight more battles.
No, I want a nap. Head mage needs nap badly.
All right. So then, if you guys are heading back to the yeah. So you guys are gonna head back to the castle. It takes a while to get there because remember they wanted it to be kept far off because they viewed it as a war
Danger.
weapon potential. Yeah. So it takes you guys a while to get there. By the time you're there, it's just like full all night. Where would you guys all head to when you get to the castle? Where would you go first?
The kitchen.
Okay. What about everybody else?
Just somewhere quiet to gather my thoughts.
There is a library on the first floor.
That will do.
Okay. Cool. Who else?
I would
Gendry will
go.
be.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Gendry will go up to the second floor where there's that one bedroom. I think that has only one bed in it.
Uh-huh.
I'll be
Yep.
in there.
Uh-huh. You're not gonna quite make it there, but that's cool.
Okay.
I would go
That's where he's
to
heading.
the library and go back to reading that book on arcane spells for dummies, basically.
Right, yep. This is what a spell is. How you do it. What's Mina gonna do?
Is there like a main sitting room or something that I could just curl up on a chair or something? I would do that.
Yep. Up by the kitchen on the second floor. There's some seating area. Or you could sit in the library and do something down there with Barnabas and Silveraz down there if you want.
I could. Mina has no use for books though, so I'd probably just like be peering over shoulders and be super annoying.
Awesome. That works. All
I think
right.
it's the first time I've ever played a character that has no interest in studying or reading.
Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Give me 1 second. Alright. I'm just using your old token for now. But, alright. So, Cease, Gedry. I feel like I'm missing somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's
his
right.
dad.
Alright.
Sorry.
Moving people to this map. On. Cease and Gedry, as you come up the stairs to the sitting room where the dining table is, there is somebody sitting there eating. And Radix, go ahead and describe what they see and exactly what you are doing.
You see a stocky, red beard, longish hair, scraggly, with a big pole arm leaning up to the table with kind of a cloak, but you can see some armor underneath. Munching away on a loaf of bread that had been like basically a sandwich, like a monstrous sandwich.
Like a sub sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
All by himself.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so like we're going upstairs. I would be talking to Gedry, be like, so I think I'm gonna cut up some apples and stuff. Do you want anything?
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
Who? And
Who,
why are you
me?
eating my bread?
Well, you said yesterday it was for everyone, so
But you are not part of the everyone. Who are you?
excuse me.
See if they pick up another traveler.
Gedry? Am I allowed
Yes.
to pummel him for eating my bread?
I mean, it's just bread.
It's gonna take a whole other day to make another loaf. Dang it.
Well, sorry, I didn't do a good job picking it up when you tried to teach me the last time.
Last time? I don't know you.
If this is
Is-
another
is-
time
Is this
travel
a trick?
piece of crap, I'm going to be very annoyed with reality.
I don't like timey-wimey things. I don't want this.
I don't know what that means.
Who are you?
Well, hey there, friends. Still me, still Kata.
No, Kata died. Spirit is laying on a battlefield.
There's just a fairly quiet hissing sound as the greatsword is just slowly pulled out of the sheath.
Are there
My friend-
are there candles in the room?
Yeah.
There's like
Okay.
a hearth behind me.
Yeah, I'm like slowly just snuffing out candles.
My friend died today. Do not test me.
I mean, no. I don't know what. What do you want me to say to prove it? We just came from the second town of our journey.
Is this character like human? Like what kind of race
Mhm.
are okay.
Human.
All right. Gedry, do you have anything that you could ask him that only Kata would know?
The second scam you pulled me into, what was the outcome?
I mean, not ideal. I had you use your the future predicting stuff, and well, I needed a quiet way out of town, and it didn't go too well for everyone that I was with. I walked
And
away okay.
exactly what do you mean by it didn't go too well for everyone you were with?
I mean, most of them got arrested.
And
I'm a little vague on the details. I don't. Ever since coming here, it's like I'm missing pieces.
the tip of the sword just sort of clangs on the floor.
Gedry?
I don't know. This is all confusing. I need some time. And he just walks to the door right next to him with the sword just dragging on the ground.
Gedry, do you want any food?
No,
Okay.
but thank you. And I'm just going to wait
Absolutely.
here.
I made more than I could probably eat.
Yeah. I'm gonna like walk over, start rummaging for like fruit and I don't know. I'm going to attempt to make some type of snack. I don't even know. My character's very like no clue what the heck is going on here. And like halfway through rummaging, I pause and I slowly look over at Kata. Nope, can't do this. And I walk over to the stairs and I holler for Silras.
Okay. What do you do when she yells for you, Silras?
A very exaggerated eye roll. Close
He
the
sounds
book.
pissed. You should probably go.
God only knows what's wrong with her.
Several things I've found so far, but I'm sure we'll knock them off one by one.
You're
Can I
not
do a
wrong.
perception check to see if I hear Barnabas?
No, this is a library. We're being quiet.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you can.
You're old, so you're probably hard of hearing, so you're probably talking really loud.
Your quiet is yelling.
I totally rolled from an 18 to a 4.
Oh.
Apparently my ears are ringing. I'm mad. No, I'm not mad. I'm very uncomfortable.
But I'll close the book, put it down, slowly trudge my way upstairs. What woman?
Do either Mina or Barnabas follow after him, or you guys
I
just
only
stay
because it sounds way more interesting than being surrounded by books.
okay?
Oh, I'm going to continue trying to enjoy some peace and quiet and focus on this goddamn sword.
Yeah.
That.
Do you point at him and say that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Says they are Kata.
That's still super rude. I don't know the deal here. Like,
And I'm like chomping an apple at this point. I didn't even bother cutting it. I'm just like, they say they're Kata. I say they're lying. There's no way. No way.
I want to walk up to Kata and put my hand on his shoulder and see how he reacts.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because the old Kata hated being touched, so...
Yeah.
oh, hey there. I was looking forward to seeing you get back.
I will jerk my hand back and like do like the dog head tilt, you know?
Now I'm extremely uncomfortable. More than just slightly. This is not okay. Soras, how do we figure this out?
Figure what out?
Imposter. How do we figure out who the imposter is?
Still Kata. Still.
Can't be Kata. Kata died. Watched you die. Do you remember how you died?
I don't recall dying, but I recall being in a fight with some giants, but, you know, then, came back and here we are, right?
No. Salamander thing. Ate your face. You turned into, I don't know, misty goo.
Misty
I-
goo?
Yeah, like you were non-corporeal? I think that's the right word. Where's Barnabas when I need him? You were like,
I mean,
How
I
can you
do,
say that?
I do know how to, like, teleport people ethereally to me.
no. Kata died on a battlefield by some large lizard thing, and we could literally put our hands through the remnant of his body because it was like fog.
Two things, Cease.
I'm
One,
gonna.
have you ever seen somebody die that way? Two, has anything about what has happened to us in the last week or two been normal?
No, and no.
And you still
hearing
have
this commotion and realizing I can't get any peace and quiet, I'm just gonna come up and see what the fuck's going on. You kids keep it down!
No! Go
What's
away.
What is this all commotion about?
Go away. We're having the children are talking. What
Who's that?
If you were here earlier, we wouldn't be repeating ourselves. Soras, how do we know? How can we trust this person? He's eating my bread, Soras.
well, how many people knew that we were fighting the big multi-headed giant guys?
Everybody on that battlefield.
And how many of them would have gotten back here before us? Knowing exactly where our tower was.
For the record, the tower is unmistakable. And we did have a detour before that. Actually, so Kata, do you know? Oh, so I think Kata would know. I hope. Why we were on that battlefield?
Yeah, we made that one deal with that one captain to talk about, how they were, all their battle plans were being also conveniently, revealed, and we couldn't go up to our gate to get the Mimir, right?
Okay, pause. As you finish saying that, you notice that Mina has her hands in your pockets, like she's trying to get something.
Keep going.
Oh my!
Did you just say this is Kata?
They
Pause
say
with like
they
my
are.
hand in its pocket, and then like just keep my hand there and look at him like,
Oh, is this uncomfortable for you now?
Mina, get your hand out of that guy's pants.
You keep your notes to yourself.
Listen, y'all want to do that? Not where we eat.
I'll just casually pull my hand back and just be like, who are you? You are not Kata.
Still sort of Katamaru.
No.
No,
But he seems so jovial and friendly.
exactly.
And ginger.
It's sort of always been that way. Thanks for noticing.
While Kata is talking and everyone's interacting with him, I would be doing things like lifting up part of his hair and holding up one arm and looking down his sleeve, just kind of like being like overly inspecting, just out of her own curiosity, not looking for anything in particular.
If you are
Wait,
Kata,
Lets me, of
I have
course.
one last question, because only the people in this tower would know the answer to this. Who was their spy?
You shoved me towards the guy who was play fighting. It wasn't really convincing, but I was kind of busy and
DM help. What was his name?
hold on. I have notes. It was
The
not
sergeant-
dollars, like
The sergeant whose name started with an L.
like Lugia.
Ludwig.
Lugia.
We just changed his name to Ludwig.
Ludic.
Ludwig.
I
It's
spelled it wrong apparently last week.
Well, in all honesty, I might have remembered wrong. I should probably check too.
It's okay.
Actually,
It's that now, canon.
If this is really Kata, where did you meet us all?
So, Kata says like Captain whatever, and like I'm like mid apple bite and totally just drop my apple.
And to Lugik. Okay. To answer your question, Barnabas, you're new. And everyone else, we were not dead together.
Wait a minute, sweetheart. And I would like start talking while I'm still like holding up one of your arms and looking at it, not looking at you at all. And I would describe what the other Kata looked like and be like, do you know someone who looks like that? Talking to Radix.
I mean, we're all young and dumb at some point. We just gotta grow up and realize that not every look is what we go for.
So you changed your look.
I mean, a little bit, but
A little?
Sorry, on the phrase of young and dumb, does Katsu look older or younger than he did?
younger.
Oh. Okay.
And by younger, how much younger? Kata was like middle-aged, right?
Yeah, like maybe 40s or something.
Okay, so you're like what, 25, 30?
20s, yeah.
Have you looked at yourself in a mirror since you got here?
I don't make a habit of it, no.
Maybe you should, and then you'd probably understand our concern. You look sort of like Kata, but at the same time, it's like... not? It's like Kata, but you seem to have not had all the enthusiasm and joy beaten out of you yet.
I mean, if I need to look at a mirror or something, that's fine. Who's got one?
I would immediately pull out a little pocket mirror that's like decorated with like little filigree roses and everything, something like hyper feminine, and hand it to you.
I mean, they're all there. I don't get it.
Why are you suddenly okay with being touched?
Well, what do you mean? You guys are my friends. It's not a big deal.
The Kata I know would recoil and snap at me.
I mean, that doesn't really ring a bell to me.
I would be like, that's not Kata.
It is. And I knock on Gedry's door.
Bang, bang.
There's no answer.
Gedry, Kata's body disappeared.
The new one or the old one? Here through the door.
The old one.
So,
It appears this really is Kata. And I
I'd
go back
already
to looking for
Been
alcohol.
convinced.
What makes you
Oh.
think that just because the body disappeared?
No.
so I'm curious. You remember fighting with us? What's the last thing you remember when you were with us, and then what's the first thing you remember now?
He remembers that I pushed him.
Yes, but then he also remembers the Ettins, and they were after the pushing.
Yeah, we fought some giantish things, and I don't know. I took a nap and got hungry and got up, and
So
I don't
you
know what
woke
you
up
guys
in
were
bed.
doing.
You woke up in your bed.
Yeah.
In whose bed? There's not enough beds for everybody here.
Well, it was the one that I woke up in. I don't think we've ever actually put our tokens in real beds
No.
or decided who does what, so I have no idea. I'm just saying.
Genji was specifically not sleeping in this room.
And roughly how long do you think you've been here? Like, you were waiting for us. You were getting something to eat. Had you been here like 10 minutes, an hour?
I mean, making a sandwich isn't that hard, though I did spend a little extra time to really thin out the cheese, and I kind of put the sandwich next to the fire, which took a little bit of time to toast it up, because it really makes a difference.
So, how long
But
ago
that
do you
cheese is
think
melted.
you...
It. I told you it's better.
How
Oh
long-
my gosh!
How long ago do you think you woke up?
I don't know. I plan to go. Look, you go lay down expecting, oh, I just need a quick refresher, and then it's nighttime. That happens in naps.
What I want to know is, we saw you die, and now you're here, and I'm trying to work out how much time there was between you there and you here.
If you don't stop her, Mina is now like sniffing your hair, like testing your fingers to make sure all of them work, stuff like that. Again, unless you stop her. Because
Nope.
she is like capital U unconvinced.
Okay. I need at least one hand for this sandwich.
Please don't waste good bread. And I hand him the bottle of whatever nasty rum that I just coughed down. You might need this. If she keeps doing what she's doing,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
and then I start making myself a sandwich, because now he's made me want sandwiches.
Since to me he didn't seem to mind, I'm now gonna go reach back into his pockets and start pulling things out.
Do you stop her from doing that?
I missed it. Sorry, I was trying to catch up on
Yeah.
Slack.
I said, because to Mina, since you seem to not mind, I'm gonna reach back into your pockets and start pulling things out.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I do the thing where I'm gonna use my pretzels as the sandwich, and so I just do the thing where I like push my seat back and
So I would feel around his pockets, and I'm looking for papers, like a wallet, any like books or notepads he might have on his person. Would I find anything?
I was gonna say,
Let me
what
see
does
what I
she
actually have
find
in
in
my
your
inventory.
pockets?
I
What does it have in its
I have
pockets?
two, and then like some like the breast pockets or whatever. But no, I mean, in one of them, like in my like front pocket, you find like a ration, and then in like one of my other pockets, there's some like iron spikes that'd be for like the equivalent of like for railroads, kind of like iron spikes. Otherwise, nothing like specific.
Okay. I would politely put all of your things back in your pockets, and then take a few step backs, and like just frown and cross my arms and just.
You're not acting very you. If you don't mind me
aren't
saying.
acting very you. Look, trust is a hard currency to come by, and I don't know who you are.
Well, and I'm now like setting my sandwich in like a cast iron skillet on the fire because toasty. It would appear that he is Kata, and I can only agree with it because, well, circumstances are arranged in the order that allow us to believe that this is Kata, and he knew things that only him and Gedry would know, and Gedry believes it's Kata. So if Gedry believes...
Oh, I thought Gedry was still unconvinced.
No, Gedry
Yeah.
hasn't been present for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, until my character sees Gedry confirm it, she's unconvinced.
I mean,
Well, and-
Gedry's
and I'm
right in
just
that
saying
room.
Fair enough. So have you said something and I just didn't hear it about...
No,
No.
he hasn't been there the whole time you've been up there. He went in the room before you guys came up. and hasn't come out. I think when Cease was yelling at him through the door and he yelled back that he already believed it, you probably would have heard it, but that's
But
Yeah,
about
it would
it.
have been muffled by the door, but he was being loud enough to be heard through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I as a person just didn't hear that part.
that's okay. We all miss stuff.
Well, I'm still unconvinced anyway.
That's okay.
So, you died and then got younger?
You keep talking about this dying thing, but okay, whatever.
I saw you die.
Kata, you
Hmm.
bled to death. we-
I bleed a lot if you
There
haven't
was a
noticed.
No,
giant
Kata, hold
lizard
on.
thing that chopped you up into pretty much. Yes.
Kata, hear me out on this. And I reach over and grab the bottle of rum as we're talking, and I take a horrible swig, make an ugly face. We watched all of the blood leave your body, and we watched your body phase into etherealness. We watched you die.
Well, then this is a pretty cool trick, then, eh?
This is extremely awkward and uncomfortable is what this is, because your friend was mourning your death, and now you're here, and he's locked himself in a room.
The door's not locked. I'm not sure there are locks.
Shh. I'm convincing Caddy you've locked yourself in the room. So this is a lot for us to unpack as traveling companions, let alone as your friend who's locked himself in a room. Because this is a lot to unpack. So just bear with us, because we don't understand what's going on. You just appeared here. We left your corpse on the battlefield. Corpse. I got a message that your corpse has disappeared, and here you are. Really uncomfortable, all of this.
Out of curiosity, and I know you don't remember it, but hypothetically, if you were on the cusp of death, would your last thoughts have been about the time you are now? I'm trying to figure out how the whole getting younger thing works, just purely out of research, of course.
What do you mean younger?
You are definitely not the same Kata I saw this morning. You are definitely looking a lot younger and less haggard by life. Also, you've put
Hey,
on some
get-
weight.
I just to see what happens, poke Kata in the shoulder. Just poke.
And that's the thing that wouldn't happen this morning.
What, putting on weight this morning?
No, people touching you.
Oh.
You were like an older, grumpier version of you.
Mina officially starts laughing and just starts rapidly poking
yeah.
Kata in the shoulder and is like, "I like this one so much better."
I mean, this is fine, but it's also kind of annoying.
All right, sorry. I still like this one better.
Yeah, I'm just... it's you, but not you.
Great.
The door to Gedry, the room that Gedry went into, like, slams open, and all you guys see is a black wall. And then Gedry walks out through the black wall and it vanishes as he comes through it. He walks over to the table, points at Kana, and then casts a minor illusion on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is your face now, and there's an image of Kata. The head's like slowly rotating. This was your face before, and then there's the other older version.
Thank you, Gedry.
That's exactly what I've been trying to... Thank
He's
you.
not the only one who's screwing around. We've all died once. How do you think we got into the mortuary? We didn't get there as living people. Kata's died a second time. We're all in this situation. we probably none of us know what our real faces are.
So you're saying we can't die?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is definitely the face I remember, and I would pull out my mirror again and start, and then
And
I'd
that's
lipstick
that.
tap-
And pointing at Kata is the face Kata remembers.
Yeah, sorry, bud. Like this is what I got.
Did his voice go up an octave?
It did.
And he has a different accent.
The
What, too?
accent I figured was just a play on something. I don't know, but his voice is definitely higher.
I kind of always sound like this.
No,
No,
no, you don't.
Well, no.
You sound like somebody straight kicked you in the nads. I'm
You
not
might-
even gonna lie.
You might always sound like this up until you, but I can assure you, you won't always sound like that. Eventually.
Okay,
Does
There
not
are-
make sense.
there are different ways to come back from the dead. What we're probably most familiar with is the concept of resurrection, where you fall down and then you sit back up and now you're alive again. This is probably something more akin to reincarnation. Same person in a new body.
And got younger. Oh, no.
I don't know.
Does that mean if he dies again, we're going to have to start babysitting?
Or he might be older.
Oh. Right.
Or he might be a different species even.
So it's like Kata but not Kata.
I mean, if you
Kata on the inside.
Sort of still here.
But he has all his memories, it's just not Kata.
Our souls were damaged. We know this. You just learned this. This may be a part of all of that. Whatever happened to us, this may be what's causing all of this. It's just that
Or
Kata's the
the-
first of us to go through another round of it.
look, if what you're saying is true, I need to not die because this is how I get things done.
Worse, we don't know how much damage to our souls is being caused, and this may be doing more damage to our souls each time it happens.
This is true.
I have no basis for that, other than extrapolating from the knowledge that our souls were damaged when we woke up.
Well, then it seems like the best thing that we can do is finish what we were doing and get the information from our employers about this whole deal.
Remind me the next time we go to a town to get better alcohol. This is garbage. And I put the rum back on the shelf and grab my sandwich off the fire.
I would be like, sweetie, alcohol and fire does not go together.
There's a shelf? That's where the alcohol is?
I'm
Hot
just telling you-
sandwiches into fire.
I'm just telling you to be careful.
She means don't, like, when you get your stuff, if you spilled,
That would be the
Like I
smallest
don't know
fire
about fire.
Yes. You're trying to explain fire to cease.
And I like all the candles that I snuffed out, I'm like, and they're right back on.
Well, the reason Mina was saying that is because I've seen you play with fire, and I just didn't want you to combust in front of all of us.
I'll be fine.
Oh,
It's
oh,
not me you need to worry about.
that's
Yeah.
actually a really good trick you could do. I've seen these people who drink like really flammable fluid and then they spit it out and it looks like they're breathing fire. I mean, I breathe fire, but you could.
The trick is to not inhale when you're after you exhale. You have to wipe all the
Mm.
alcohol off. But yes, if you inhale, then it goes right down into the lungs. Most people don't recover from that.
We could totally do this in combat together.
Was Gedry going to go do something?
I was going to knock on the door to Zathir's office if they're in there.
Yeah, it tells you to come in.
I'll walk in and close the door.
Okay.
Wait, there's somebody
Uh,
else in the castle but us?
Yes.
Yeah,
Their castle.
Yeah.
the owner of said castle. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't know if this was alone or something.
Yeah, no, so what you missed when they first got it was there was a bunch of demons attacking the castle and they kind of saved the person. So because they saved the person agreed to let them use the castle while they travel the Outlands.
Gotcha.
Satara looks up and is like, "Oh, Gedry, what can I do for you?"
It was good to see that Kata woke up here okay.
Yeah, it was strange. They came back before you guys. Didn't seem to
So-
know why you weren't with them.
He walked in from outside.
No. Well, I don't know. I went out in the that room and he was there. I don't know how he got here.
We don't either. You remember him looking differently, don't you?
No, he looks pretty much how I remember.
That's odd. He looks different to the rest of us. It's not a
You-
criticism. I'm not sure what's going on, but there's strange things happening. More specifically, though, I'm not sure how much longer we want to sit right next to Rigus.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
believe
want-
the next.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I believe the next closest would be Cursed on our list.
Okay. I can go ahead and start moving the castle that way if you want.
There's no rush, but that would be our next destination whenever it's convenient.
Okay. I'll
No.
finish up a couple of things and then get it going.
I'll thank them and walk back out.
All right. So, was there more things people wanted to say about the current situation? Are you guys pretty much good at this point?
Mina has largely accepted the situation, and by accepted, she means she's not immediately going to kill people, but she's very skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
As I've just written in Slack, Barnabas is currently debating jumping off the castle to see if he can knock a few years off.
I don't know if you would actually take enough fall damage to kill you.
He doesn't have many hit points left from the fight.
True. They haven't rested yet. Eb.
He's only got
he's
22 hit points. I'm pretty sure jumping off a castle would do it.
Don't make Gedry spend his last few slots on Father Fall.
And
So
if
Res-
not, I can always cast Fly again and just forget it halfway through.
What was
Soras
that?
stands up from the table and looks at Kata and says, "I didn't hate the old you. I'm glad to see I don't really hate this one either." And he turns
Wait,
around
are
and
you the
walks.
same? That is the nicest thing that I've ever heard you say.
Shut up.
Mimi laughs.
And he walks down the stairs back to the library.
Okay. Cool.
Genji will just announce to everybody we should be on our way shortly to Cursed. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I recommend everyone else do the same.
Of course, I do have to stay pretty after all.
And we'll go back down in here.
You said we're going to Cursed?
Yep.
Yes.
So campaign feels cursed.
Okay, so
I
that's what, 4 down. So we're gonna continue on the counterclockwise.
Yeah, I don't think we had any real strategies for any of this, and that
Mhm.
seemed like the closest one. So Gedry just made an executive decision, so there'll be less
Yeah,
fighting.
that's cool.
Wait,
Um,
did
Sorry.
Gedry just
Good.
go and sit in the bird nest?
Yep.
I'm still giving Casa the once over as this is all happening, and knowing that he doesn't seem to have had as much indisposition to being touched the way he used to.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna go up to him and I'm like, do you feel different or odd in any way than you did this morning? Is there anything that feels different about you? Do you feel, I don't know, something maybe doesn't hurt as much, or like your knees feel better than they did when you're standing up? Maybe there's not an ache in your back. Is there anything different you would describe?
Not really. Like, I know all of us well enough that this isn't some elaborate trick against me, but it sort of feels like you're running something at me, and it's a little weird. Because for all that I don't know, I feel like I did yesterday and the day before.
So there's no physical difference in how you're feeling. You don't feel like I'm trying to. As you get older, as I have, things things don't feel as good when you get up in the morning. Like you've got an ache in your back, your knees feel like they creak a little more. You don't feel like there was something that you remember bothering you this morning that isn't bothering you now. Apart from me.
No, I actually felt pretty great after my nap. And the sandwich, which was
The
that
bread makes
really
the
hit the
sandwich,
spot.
doesn't it?
The what?
The bread makes the sandwich.
Oh, no. No, the fillings make the sandwich. No.
No. Homemade bread, the like fresh bread makes the best sandwiches.
What? It sure as shit didn't hurt, but it was no, it is the middle. Like
I mean, and the
What?
melty cheese. The melty cheese probably actually was like the cream on top.
Mina rolls
yes,
her
it did come from cream.
and leaves to go find a bed somewhere to sleep in.
I'm gonna just reach out to Kata, and as a complete random long shot of just, I can do either one of two things here, I'm gonna cast Remove Curse, which probably does absolutely nothing, but I want to find out for my own sakes.
Are you casting Remove Curse on Kata?
Yes.
Ah, hold on a second.
Hold on. Offspring number 2 is crying.
Oh no.
Technically, the whole deal we're under right now is a curse, so it kind of just dissolves into goo.
I was gonna say this could be like, oh god, what have I done? The other option was Dispel Magic, but I feel like this is more of a curse than a magic thing.
Could be a blessing.
Yeah, at your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is a cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded.
Yep. As far as you can tell, the spell goes off like it normally would, but nothing seems to change with Kata.
Okay. So it's definitely not something that's happened to just him. Like,
Barnabas,
imagine if
your
just
brain
Kata
processes
was.
better in the morning.
Yes.
We are exhausted. I feel like we're just not thinking clearly, and in the morning it'll all just click together. And I'm still eating my sandwich.
Alright.
I'm
And-
waiting on Radix because
and with-
I have stuff for him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That works.
Unless there was anything on Radix's side that he needed to mention about the curse thing, at that point Barnabas will just retreat and go find a bed.
Okay. Yeah. There are not, like, literally enough beds, but I'm fine with you guys deciding wherever room you want to go, say there's a bed there, you know.
Oh, I totally am known for curling up on the couch in the library.
I didn't even see there was like the map had changed.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I had
would've-
my sheets open over it.
What was that, Splenda?
Oh, I didn't see either. I would have already found a bed and decided to
Uh-huh.
sleep.
I'm redoing Lehman's tiny hut in my room again.
No, there's 6 beds. We've got enough. Oh,
One
and-
of the beds belongs to the person who owns the
Daycare.
place, and you can't have that bed. This one.
That's Aether.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. But yeah, then there's 5 beds still. I miscounted.
Genji took the pile of straw.
Mhm.
There's 5 beds and a sofa.
I get the sofa.
Okay, that works. Then there's 5 beds. I think that's a bed under. Oh no, it's a pile of straw.
Enormous shells don't really align well with beds.
Yeah.
So, after everybody's walked away, and I'm
Mhm.
finishing up my sandwich, I look over at Kata. What was this you said earlier, a minute ago, about you can do teleportation magic?
Sorta, yeah.
That's new.
Is it? Doesn't
Yeah.
feel new.
Yeah, you were not a magic woo-woo. You were very much a slashy.
I still mostly do that.
But now you can teleport?
Not me. Others. Hold on. Let me show you. And I walk over to Zathir's door.
Yep.
I breathe in and this is like me effectively activating my rage. You see like a tinge of blue on me, and it almost has that same hue as if I had been ethereal before.
Okay.
And how does the language on this say? You feel a tugging at you.
Okay.
And basically I need you to make a strength save, or you can fail it.
I will choose to fail.
Okay,
Because my character's curious and tired.
yeah, you effectively, like, the feeling is if you had jumped into a body of cold water, but you are effectively like, pulled into the ground as I like reach up from the floor and you are like pulled next to me.
Okay, alright. So like I come up, I'm like, oh my gosh! Warning!
Breathe.
Warning next time.
You asked.
No. No. Do you know how cold cement is? Concrete tile. I felt it in my in my bones. Oh.
I mean,
Nope. No. Ooh. Does the world stop spinning at some point?
I don't do any of the spinning. If you would stop moving, maybe it would.
Like I put my hand on the wall next to me. I'm like, okay. Oh. Yeah, you need to warn people before doing that.
You asked. We're repeating ourselves now.
I asked what it. I asked. I asked about you doing it. I didn't ask you to do it to me.
Oh well.
Mm.
Whoopsies.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm now prepared. Hopefully, if you ever do it again, I'll be more prepared. But warn. Oh. Holy gods! If you do it to Silraz, warn him. Cause he'll come out swinging. Oh.
I mean, it's, and then yeah, my like blue as I go to sit down, my little glowiness fades.
I appear to have drank all the rum. Maybe I should go to bed.
Okay.
Oh. All right.
And I like groggily, woozily walk over to the stairs to make my way downstairs to find somewhere to meditate.
Cool. All right. So first of all of that was really good. So everybody can have inspiration. That was awesome. I was curious how all of this was going to go. That was well done. I loved it.
I'll just because I still have an inspiration.
Yeah.
That's because you're a human and you get one at the start of every long rest.
Yeah, which means remember to use it.
Yeah.
I won't, but I'll try.
The other thing is you all gain a level at this point, so you can long rest and gain a level.
What
Go
level?
ahead and do that. Level are you guys? I don't even know.
I think it's just 7 now.
This will be 7,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
And don't forget to add your max rolled hit points when you level up as well.
Yeah, now I know why you gave us those. So, how does the whole dying thing work? I'm now really, really curious. Are you still not telling us? How do we have to die to find out?
Die and find out, yeah.
Hey, I am totally on board with this. So hang on, this campaign has just gone to basically... Have we just become lemmings?
Lemmings.
Ooh, what do I get at level 7? I can't remember what I was going to use. No, that's not good. No.
I thought about telling you guys to level up at the end of last time, but I was just like, the timing and where we ended, it just didn't make sense, so. Plus, depending on how all of that went, you know. I thought there was no small chance that maybe a fight might ensue.
I mean, he was sitting there with 2 hit points.
Right. Well, he didn't really have 2 hit points. It was just because I used his token from his old
Yeah.
character,
Yeah.
so.
I have a dumb, completely unrelated question. Is there any way
Mhm.
to make my character sheet public so I can show other people?
Yeah, it's in the first page of the character creation stuff. If you go into D&D Beyond and go to edit,
So at the very least, yours is at minimum set to campaign level because I can see yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, on the home tab, once you're into edits, it's, I think, right down at the bottom. Yeah, down at the bottom it'll have character privacy, which is either campaign only, public, or private.
Okay. I have it set to public. I wonder if you still have to log into D&D Beyond to see it regardless.
Probably.
Mhm.
You might have to do that. I was trying to share it earlier and they couldn't see it.
Mine was set on private, I don't know why.
Like, nobody can know my things.
Sometimes I
no.
do secret things I want to keep hidden, but Gedry is pretty much an open book.
Basically, I can now... Oh, that's handy, I guess. The only thing I get at 7th level is an extra invocation, and I was trying to find one that would be useful. And I think the best one I can do is Armor of Shadows. My AC is now 14.
Yay.
I
Okay.
don't have to wear my leather armor.
Is everybody leveled up, or you need more time?
I'm leveled up. I have not picked my spells and everything yet. Just
That's fine.
double checking the rules to make sure I'm
I'm,
picking the right number.
I'm picking spells.
Right,
We'll be with you
yeah.
shortly.
Yeah.
Mine's easy.
Spells
I
are
get spell
always-
slots and no new spells.
There you go.
My spells are 4th level now, but I don't... Oh, wait, no, I have to add spells, don't I? Oh, crumbs. Oh, what do I take at 4th level?
Life of a spellcaster.
Oh, hey, guys, I could take Sickening Radiance again.
Oh god.
While you guys do your thing, I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
As I said, we could go ahead and take like a 10-minute break in general, so people can finish spells and then maybe take a little bit of a break too. If that works
Yeah,
for
I won't
everybody.
need 10 minutes, but that's fine.
Right.
have something that gives you, more spells. So like if, hunter or not hunters, I'm sorry, rangers give spell slot or spells known at level 1, that would just go in a cumulative format to your spells known.
Yeah, the way it's acting, it gave me spells known for ranger first level, and then I have my spells known for my 6 levels of monk, but for my spell slots, it's treating it like I'm a 7th level 3rd caster.
Oh,
Wow.
so you have 2nd level slots, but I don't think you have 2nd level spells. Is
Correct.
What it is.
Yeah.
So that is
Yeah.
accurate.
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, because you can upcast, but you don't have those spells available.
Right. Yeah.
Since it like shifted, it split the table. That's what was confusing me. The slots advanced because of the ranger level, but the known spells didn't. So that's what threw me off.
Yeah. Work. Gotta be all complicated.
Well, and then I gotta have the second sheet because they decided that monks shouldn't have spell casting.
Ever.
Stuck in my head now, thanks. Actually, it's a little bit better because the previous song I had stuck in my head was a lot worse.
What do you have stuck in your head now?
Oh, good, it's gone. It's a song from like the early 2000s. Maybe I don't want to remember.
I was gonna say that doesn't narrow it down.
Maybe I should just stop. I'll let you know if I think of it.
I found a video of a macaroni singing about how he's a little macaroni and not any of the other kinds of pasta to the tune of Macarena, and that was stuck in my head for a while.
Yeah, there are a few songs that are like 100% chance earworm. And I made the absolute horrific mistake of telling my best friend a couple of them, and he weaponizes that knowledge.
That's not nice.
think
Well,
they
if I tell him
fixed-
like in earnest I need him to not do it, he won't.
Yeah.
But otherwise he teases me ruthlessly.
I think they fixed spellcaster monks.
Oh yeah?
I refreshed from my level up, and my monk shows the proper spell slots now instead of like 8 million as if I was a 7th level full caster.
That's amazing.
Yay for bug fixes.
So now you can get rid of one of the sheets.
I'm just surprised Wizards actually did something.
Takes them a while for a bit. Now, I had a friend in high school who was super suggestible.
Mhm.
And so, like, to mess with her occasionally, I would just be talking and say yawn randomly in my sentences, even though it didn't make sense. So I would just be like, so today I went to the store and yawn and blah, 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 and yawn. And then she would start yawning and be like, what is going on? And it would always take her a while to figure out what was happening. Yeah, it was fun.
I don't know if you guys ever saw any of the Xenon movies when you were a lot younger on Disney. It's a Disney Channel original movie. They're bad. Like all of them are, to be fair, but like extra bad. They star Kirsten Storms, and they're like sci-fi movies set like 100 years in the future. They're just absolutely terrible. But they had like a fake pop singer as one of the characters, and he sings this song, and oh my god, I don't remember what happened, but I was talking with one of my classic guildmates. We were talking about really bad TV movies, and that one came up, and he started singing that song, and I was like, oh no. And I had this god-awful song that has like 5 words in the entirety of the song stuck in my head for like 3 days. It was awful. Like I would get to the point where I was ready to listen to other earworms just to replace it.
I just want to say that when you said Disney Channel when you were younger, when I was younger, the Disney Channel didn't exist here.
Fair
I
enough.
was gonna say,
We had,
they
like, Cartoon
existed my
Network
whole life.
and Nickelodeon, and that was it.
I think I'm just younger enough than you guys that it would have been a thing for me, but not for you.
Oh no. we had the Disney Channel. It was paid. You had to have a subscription to it on cable. And we had it when I was little. I used to watch Mousercise in the morning and the old Mickey Mouse Club in the mornings before school.
How
So
old
that's
are you?
the original one with Britney Spears on it.
I am 45.
Okay. See, I'm 34.
Yeah.
So definitely. So when it was just part of the normal cable package.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are going to have a couple of days in the castle as it moves about with nothing happening. Is there anything you guys particularly would want to do over those 2 days?
At the very least, I would explain and provide an example of my teleportation thing.
Mm-hmm. To other people?
Yeah.
I would
So they
not
understand.
volunteer as tribute.
Other people should get to experience it too.
Oh, and I'm totally like, oh, Barnabas, you would have so much fun with this. You should go.
Go where?
Kata, that's your cue.
And with that, I was going to say, I put my hand on Cece's shoulder and cast a Dimension Door. No. Let's go!
Careful, I come out like flinging fire. It's not good.
Cool.
Ooh.
That's okay. If I die, I might get younger.
You might also get older.
I don't think it's possible. My character's already at the point where if I get any older, I die of old age.
Anybody else want to do anything over those couple of days?
Nothing particularly. I'm just checking like class features. I can't remember what level do I get to start speaking to my patron on a daily basis.
I would annoyingly.
9th, I think. It's a 10.
Okay.
I would just, annoyingly flirt with people just to pass the time. Otherwise, no.
Okay.
Also, you notice now Barnabas isn't wearing his leather armor anymore. It
If
was
you
like
care.
regular dress. He no longer has his leather breastplate on. He's just wearing robes.
I would notice because I am a girly girl and I pay attention to clothes.
All right. So, I need you guys to range yourselves where in the castle you would be about midday-ish before a thing happens.
Okay.
Like around lunchtime.
Lunch-ish. Yeah.
You might want to switch out my token.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
So where's the library in here exactly?
First floor.
Yeah.
Very bottom.
Oh, that's the library. Okay,
All of those walls are lined with books.
Yep.
gotcha.
Where is it? There it is. All right. You got your new token.
I think I would be spending it outside. Somewhere.
What's the weather in the area that we're in right now?
That's a good question. Let's see.
Roll for weather. Oh, that takes me back.
Yeah.
Every day. Storms.
It's pretty sunny. It's a little bit cool, but not like cold or anything. It's just like a kind of like a spring day, kind of basically a warm spring day, I guess.
Okay. I would be. I know. My character's attempting to make pasta. That is what she's doing. I'll actually move her over here at the counter. She's attempting to make pasta from scratch.
Awesome. All right. Is everybody else where they would be?
Yep.
Yeah, just move myself.
All right. So, Cease and Kata, both of you give me perception checks.
I got really happy over a nat 20.
Whoa.
Hey.
I don't think I should be happy that that's what I spent my nat 20 on, but I'm hoping it's beneficial.
All right.
Oh, I gotta roll my portent dice. I'll leave that while we're
Ah.
doing this. I just keep announcing it because you're gonna see 2 d20s. You're gonna wonder what I'm rolling.
Right. All right. So, Cease, you clearly see this out the window as you're making pasta. Kata, because you're a little bit around the edge, you don't see it as clearly, but you see a flash of movement and a flash of blue coming towards the terrace, and it looks like it looks like it's trying to hide behind like one of the garden thingies there. Cease, what you see is there is a cerulean dragon, no bigger than a husky, frantically flapping its wings as it barrels towards the walking castle. It nearly crashes and quickly tries to hide amid the structure's sculpted facade. Pursuing the dragon is a woman with wild gray hair streaked with crimson. She rides a flying red broom and wears matching red goggles. An oversized birdcage dangles from her broom.
I say nothing. I calmly walk. I like do this. And I I have an apron. I set it down, and I calmly exit. And if anybody asks me what I'm doing, I just say, "Oh, I forgot the recipe book," and I'm going down. And I go downstairs.
Okay.
And as soon as I get downstairs, I'm running to catch up. I like hauling to catch up.
Okay.
Yeah,
to that guy.
I'll start jogging that way,
Cool.
and I'll just stop like here-ish, maybe. I don't know.
Yep. Cool. Cease, since like this is an edge, yeah, you're gonna have to go around. It's gonna take you a little bit longer. So
I'm working on it.
all right, as soon as you come around, the dragon sees you and he comes right up to you. He's like, "Oh, mister, you've got to save me from her. She's gonna kill me. Like, she's gonna do something terrible and dire. I just know it. Please save me." And then he immediately like goes around and starts hiding behind your legs. And at
Oh.
this point, you can see her heading towards at the same as well.
Okay.
I think you would have made it there. Cease, go ahead.
Did I
I'd like
hear
to move
the dragon
up
say
to-
anything?
Give me another perception check to see if you heard it as you were running up.
16.
You probably heard something about "she's after me, protect me," kind of, but not the whole thing.
As soon as I hear like "protect me," being the naturey person that I am, I'm like, in here. And I like
Okay.
try to usher it around the corner of the wall and just stand like,
He'll go right there.
yeah, like
Right.
I just pretend like I'm having a conversation with Kata.
Did Cease come blitzing past everybody
Yes.
in the library?
Oh, absolutely, just zoom.
So, do you guys react to her doing that, Barnabas and Gedry? That's the
Yeah.
other question.
Genji would get up and just... he's not running because he doesn't know what the hell's going on, but he's
Uh-huh.
following behind her to see what the
Making
hell's
his
up.
way. Yeah.
Barnabas like sees the commotion, sees there's plenty of people handling it, and just goes back to his book. He's not like, if he has to run, it has to be for a purpose.
It's just a crazy wood elf. It's fine.
Who knows? All right. So she pulls up on her broom and is hovering just a little bit away, and she's like, I saw my pet come here. I need him back immediately.
I'm sorry. What pet?
The little blue dragon that landed out here, I saw him land here.
Kata, did you see a blue dragon?
Yeah, but it doesn't want to. It's afraid, so clearly, no.
And totally under my breath, I'm like, Kata, I really appreciate you.
Yeah, it doesn't know what it wants. It's my property, so I need it back.
It's a living thing. It's not property.
I think we have
Yeah.
a very different definition of property, so no.
I bought it. I spent a lot of money on it, and I bought it fair and square. So if you're not going to give it back, I need you to give me something of equal value to replace what I've lost.
I don't think we do.
Or you can just leave.
I'm not leaving without my property or something of equal value.
Define equal value.
Do you know what that is?
A living thing that doesn't want to go with you?
It is a baby time dragon, which are very valuable and very rare.
Congratulations, you lost it. Shucks. You shouldn't have lost control of it. It's mine now.
No.
At this point, she's like, listen. And as she does that, she lifts her goggles up. And Cease, as she does that, you notice that her eyes, rather than being normal eyeball colored, are just like silver. Like as if her eyes are silvered.
Oh,
And she goes, listen, this is my property. You cannot keep it. If you'd like to fight me for it, fine, we can do that. Or we need to come to some equitable trade, or you give me my baby dragon back.
I'm sorry. Last
Amulet.
I checked,
Amulet. Amulet.
last I checked, the dragon is a living creature with a mind of its own and can say who it does and does not want to go with. You're not getting it back.
Damn it. Why did I get rid of Visage as a cantrip? It was that or minor illusion.
Yep. She's like, look, you have this weird idea about things deciding what they do. I don't care about any of that. It's mine.
Harley, from my other angle here, could I see the silver eyes?
Give me a perception check.
While
Because-
this is all ongoing, because I can probably hear the conversation from here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna not even look up from my book, just yell out, you know, if you're going to walk into someone's house, you should probably introduce yourself first.
It's a 15.
Yeah, you catch a glinting of her eyes.
I'm going to go in the internal passage, and
Mhm.
in here, I'm going to quietly call to Cease. She has silver eyes.
Yeah, and?
And I looked out at the little dragon. I was like, "Is that you, Ren?"
Well, I mean, most people call me Renee.
Ren Espera, I think was the full name.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
how do you know my name?
Crap.
Time stuff.
Oh,
Cease, give her the amulet. This is what Ren Espera was telling us about. Later, Ren Espera, and I'll tell it out to the dragon.
he's doing the dog head hill like, what?
Gedry. Bad things are gonna happen.
This is what Ren told us to do.
And I look down at Ren. Future you had better be right. And I look over at Kata, and I unclip a pouch at my waist that's been like super entwined,
Mm-hmm.
and I open it and I hook my finger on the chain, and I pull it out, hold it by the chain, and hand it to Kata.
Oh.
That might buy her freedom.
I don't know if you need to get closer to see this or not with those silver eyes of yours, but I'm told that this is quite valuable.
She scoots up on her broom and reaches out her hand, like, may I? Okay. And she like looks at it, moves it over, and goes, well, I suppose this will do. You can keep the dragon, but just know it's a little snotty. And then she like starts to turn around to leave.
Please tell me I can light her broom on fire.
Go inside.
Come on, Renee. Ren. Friend. Let's go.
Okay. Whew.
How big is this baby dragon? Like, are we talking
It's-
like large cat size, large dog size?
About husky size.
Husky size, that's what you said, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I totally am like dog walking beside my friend back into the library.
Okay. As he walks with you, she goes, whoo-wee. First there was kidnappers, the nasty merchants in Ribcage, then that witch. I thought I was a goner. Thanks bunches for helping me out. I'm Renee. Oh wait, we had that conversation. I'm sorry. And then the dragon pauses for a second and kind of looks around and is like, you wouldn't happen to know where home is, would ya?
Not currently.
Do you know, does your home have a name?
I'm sure it does. There were lots of dragons there.
Oh,
The
Some
mausoleum
ruins.
of Crenepsis.
God bless you.
Crenepsis. That's the guy. He's in charge of home.
Yes.
Where, Gedry? Where is that?
I have a book that might give us some indications. It's in the library.
Come on, Ren. Let's go see what Gedry has for you. Worst case, you can always call this place your home in the meantime.
Okay, that'd be awesome. Wait, you're not going to do experiments on me, are you?
No! We might feed you, though.
Ooh. Yay!
We may do some experimentation, but it would not be on you. It would be seeing what you can do. And it would only be with your own cooperation.
Gedry says that, and I totally put like a protective hand on Ren. We will always keep. I will protect you, Ren. I will not let him do anything that will hurt you.
Time Dragon, she may need to learn how to travel through time. That is what I mean. Running experiments to see if we can help her use that and control it and that sort of thing.
So you're going to teach her how to develop her skills.
Through experimentation. That's why I made the distinction that experimenting with her consent and for her purpose, not on her.
Does that make sense to you, Ren?
Yes?
You're gonna learn how to do timey-wimey stuff.
Oh! Yay! Okay.
Anyway, long story short, little one, we met a much older version of you, and you considered us friends at the time.
Oh!
So, at the time, we did not know you. Now, we barely know you, but this relationship may develop further.
Was I very big?
You almost tipped over the tower.
He looks like all proud and happy. Like, yay! I grew up big!
He's so cute. She? I love it.
And you arranged that handoff to keep yourself safe.
Oh. 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 Oh.
You turn out to be pretty smart, it seems.
Okay. So I sent you Endus previously what the basic things that were in the book.
Yep.
It does not have a specific location of where it is. It says it's located somewhere in the Outlands, but that the location is kind of hidden because,
Okay.
dragons.
Then I'll pass that along after going through the book with a finer tooth comb to make sure it's not in there. Just like it's somewhere here in the Outlands. We're traveling the Outlands, and this is some kind of a fortress. It's probably the safest place for you to be for now. Kind of thing.
Yep. guys have a pet baby blue time dragon wormling.
Oh, I am thoroughly excited about this.
We need to keep this in the castle if we leave.
Oh, absolutely.
Good freaking luck. Especially once it starts learning how to time travel. I'm just going to go back to before he told me not to leave, and now he didn't tell me to leave, and I'm gone.
I can
Or
do whatever I
alternatively,
want.
it just travels ahead to wherever we're going and just meets us there.
Listen, I thoroughly plan to keep it busy with food.
Mm.
I will hide food all over the castle and tell it to find it. It'll be fine.
Are you
Alright.
guys still outside, by the way, or have you wandered
Yeah, I
in?
think
They,
we're
I
back
think
in the
they
library
went
now.
into the library because they were going to go get the book.
I
and
stayed
stuff.
inside. I stayed outside.
Has anybody
Okay.
here got like a really good or like proficiency in insight?
I probably do. Oh yeah, I do.
Yes.
Anybody who does notices Barnabas is like he looks like he's reading into a book, but he's in truth looking somewhat uncomfortable at the whole situation.
Oh, you don't even know. Wait till Silras sees my new pet.
But yeah, he just sees the dragonling, and it's like he's just shrinking more and more into his book.
So, Ren,
Uh-huh.
I have this really good friend of mine
Mm-hmm.
who is not happy with dragons. So he might yell at
Wow.
you, but I will
Oh.
always protect you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I
Why-
will never let anyone hurt you.
Why is he like that?
Because where we come from, dragons are not nice. So he doesn't know that you're a nice dragon.
Where
he
are
doesn't
you
understand that you're a
from?
baby dragon. So he might say really mean things, but I will not let him hurt you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Maybe if I like am really nice to him, he will like.
Maybe. It might take some time though, so you have to be patient.
Okay.
Okay. And this, you had to go there.
It would be the second campaign he breaks.
Hmm. So Gedry, I don't know how to introduce Ren to Silraz. Because dragons are not good where we come from, and they try to kill us. And they have tried to kill him on multiple accounts. So I might need your help protecting Ren from my friend.
I can help with that. You can also tell him we met the older Ren, who was not hostile.
Yeah, I don't think he knows about that. I kind of had my familiar keep him preoccupied.
Well, now he'll know about it. It's probably the easiest way to keep her alive.
Yeah.
Not because the older version of her considers us friends, because that might not matter to him. But if we've met the older version of her, we can't kill the younger version of her, because then we would not be able to meet the older version of her, and then his brain will probably start to melt, and problem will be solved.
If you guys notice that Renee's looking like she's trying to follow all that, but she's like, what?
It's okay, Renee. It's okay. You just stick close. If you can't find me, you find Gedry, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, I have to go finish making pasta, because I'm sure the water is boiling at this point.
What is pasta?
Pasta is like the most delicious thing on the face of the planet. Mix it with some cheese, it is fantastic.
Oh, let's go get some pasta.
Okay, so that friend I told you about is upstairs.
Uh-huh.
So stay with Gedry, and let me go warn him, and then I'll have Gedry bring you up when the pasta's ready. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And I like pat her on the head, and I look. Oh, I got. There we go. And I kind of look at Gedry, and then I'm like, oh, this is gonna be bad. And I head upstairs. Hey, so Silraz, and I'm like walk back over, put my apron back on, right back to what I was doing. So, you know how you keep telling me no more pets?
Yeah.
I may have acquired another pet. You're not gonna like it.
All right, what'd you get this time? Wait, the tower is moving. How did you get a pet?
Pause. Ketri. The dragon is gonna be like, oh, that was a long enough time, and try to go up the stairs. Are you gonna try and stop her?
I'm just gonna say, Renisbra, just give them a moment more.
And she like will pause mid, be like, okay.
I'm actually gonna move around her as I'm saying that. I'm gonna stand in the doorway
Okay.
and just like hockey goalie, just fill out up as much as I can.
Okay. You can buy some more time with that. Yeah. Go ahead.
So, it may have flown into the side of the castle, looking for sanctuary from what might have been a witch of some variety. I don't know, they were on a broom, I'm assuming they were a witch. And they had eyes of silver, and we were told to give this amulet to somebody who sees silver, and so we gave him the amulet in exchange for a small dragon.
A dragon?
She's a time dragon, she's so sick and cute, her name is Red, and I'm going to keep her.
A dragon? Oh,
And I'm dumping pasta into the boiling water really quick. I'm like, and she's going to come up here and she's going to eat pasta with us and she's going to be my friend and you cannot hurt her.
oh, I know people who would pay out the
No selling dragon. No. Friend. No selling.
You
No.
could-
No.
I'm laughing. Nina is not laughing.
We totally just rescued her from somebody who enslaved her. We are not selling her to enslavement again. No.
You could sell her.
No. She is safe here until she grows up and can be a big adult dragon. We saved her life. We are not selling her. No.
do like one of these. So I don't say anything, but I like pick up like a mug of tea or something, and I do like this.
Don't even get any ideas. She is our friend. She will be our friend. She could help us get out of here. She could, when she grows up, be able to take us back in time to when none of this happened and get us out of this mess.
Oh, I didn't say we had to treat her badly, but the money we could get if we find the right buyer.
She is not for sale.
Okay, sweetheart. And I'll like just start focusing on my tea.
What's Silraz doing while they're having this little discussion about selling or not selling
he
the
watches
dragon?
the entire conversation, and once they stop going back and forth, he looks over at Mina and goes, "What would they pay for its corpse?"
And I totally Gibbs slap it. Like, I just reach over and Gibbs slap Silraz.
I don't directly respond, but I would chuckle slightly, like into my mug, and my eyes would sparkle.
Hmm.
Not killing, not selling. Ally. This is an ally.
Do you think she'd let me take a scale?
If I find one scale on this dragon's body, misplaced by either of you, I will hang both of you off the edge of the tower by your toes!
What if I ask her and she's okay with it?
If she shuds it, fine. But you can't ask. She's a baby. She needs all the scales she can get.
Oh, these fucking nature people.
I reach over and spill her teacup.
I imagine Gendry's just being backed up the stairs slowly, trying to keep Resborough
Uh-huh.
from getting past him.
Yep.
Whoa, sweetheart. Whoa. I don't mean offense.
Uh-huh. Nature person. Uh-huh. Sure.
Calm down. And I'll get like a rag and start like mopping it up.
And I'm now putting cheese in with the pasta. Sure.
You see, like, Gedry's head starting to come up the stairs slowly as he's like,
You better have everyone calm down, or I'm gonna have to put somebody in timeout.
So, Gedry, we have a rule here. Mina is not allowed to sell any part of Ren. Silraz is not allowed to hurt any part of Ren.
so
You're
like,
safe here, dear.
she's like
Go on.
jaunting up the stairs, and as you say that, she's like, huh?
His head just pops up, looks directly at you over the outlet of the thing there, and goes like, "We don't sell people."
See? Come on up, Ren. It's pasta's almost ready.
We could be rich for pretty much the rest of our lives.
Ren
No.
comes up
Already
and,
pretty
like,
rich.
very quickly runs around behind Silraz and is like, Pasta!
And I'm like
How big
paying
is it,
cheese
like
tax.
in inches or feet or whatever.
Huh?
How big is it, like in inches or feet?
Like a
It's
husky.
essentially, yeah, husky size,
Husky size? Okay.
Like 35.
but with like
40
wings
pounds.
and blue scales, and like his horns are kind of like they look almost wooden and branch-like.
I would continue mopping up the spilt tea, but I would definitely give it some problematic glances.
Don't look at my friend like she's a piece of meat. And I'm totally like cheese taxing.
Sweetheart, we're all pieces of meat.
Yeah, she is not for sale. You are not a butcher. And
Yes.
I pointed at Silraz, you are not a butcher. She is not for butchering. She is not for selling. She
I
is friend.
Wouldn't harm her. It's okay.
Dragon flank is tasty, though.
I throw a hunk of cheese at Sil.
Like,
I just
Do you-
catch it.
Can you humor me for 24 hours? While we figure this out?
Where is it staying? You expect me to live with a dragon?
She will stay with me or with
just
Gedry.
a baby.
I just recommend that you potty train it.
Potty train. What?
She's gonna fly off, pee, whatever, outside, come back in. It's
As
fine.
long as it stays away from our sleeping places, I'm okay with that.
Listen, Gedry, would you share your straw with Ren for sleeping?
You're muted, Endis.
I mean, there's also a table and stuff in there that we could set up for her.
Perfect. See?
It's right next to the window where she can get out if she needs to, too.
Honey, I'm nothing if not agreeable.
And apparently a black market dealer for dragons.
I just know the value of coin.
Uh-huh. Because we totally didn't make enough coin at the last stop.
There is never enough coin. Trust me on that one.
Money doesn't do everything you think it does.
Money does most things.
And I'm like dishing
Language,
pasta into bowls. So, Raz, are you eating some of this?
Yes.
Mina, are you having some?
Sure, dear, whatever.
I dish up bowls and start handing them out. Gedry, do you want a bowl of this?
Sure.
Do you think Kata would want some? New Kata?
You'd have to ask him.
Because I'm not running down the stairs again, I stick my head out the nearest window. Kata, do you want any pasta?
What?
Pasta! Boiled bread with cheese.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Is this like
Come and
when
get it.
Is this going to be like when Doctor Who regenerated and the first thing he wanted was like cold fish fingers and custard?
Am I
Absolutely.
ginger? Am I ginger?
Exactly.
Apparently, all you need to feel better after, regenerating is fish and chips.
So I dish bowls and hand them out, and I put Ren's on like a not like a bowl or a plate, but like a platter-ish thing, and put it on a stool so that way it's up off the ground for her.
Awesome. Yay. She's very happy. And I'm assuming after that, Gedry would show her like the area with the perch and all that.
Let's be clear, like, I'm using the straw for resting, but the other places we can set up with the whatever, get a cushion or something like that on there for you. And there's the window you can go
Awesome.
up.
Cool. She will hang out on the perch a bit because, like, it's like being outside. Well, I mean, it is outside, but like she's still going with it and like can look around and see everything. Awesome. Good job, guys. Nobody's killed the dragon yet.
Yet?
We have to wait until it's older than the last time that she met us when she was an ancient dragon, because if we kill her anytime before that, we break the timeline.
You want to explain that to Silras?
All right.
See, why can't we just find baby Thanos and, you know,
All right. So yeah, that's everything for that day. That happens. Ren will spend a lot of time just hanging out with Cease and following her around wherever. I'm assuming the plan is when you guys venture out, you're not going to take her with you, or would you rather take her with you?
I would rather her stay safe, but I would absolutely leave the decision up to Gedry as well.
Well, I mean, I think the next place we're leaving is going to be Cursed. And just at a guess, not knowing anything else about a place called Cursed, I would suggest it's not a very friendly place.
It's the happiest place in the world. Okay. Well, she's fine staying in the castle if you guys think that's safest, so she'll do that. She'll be fine with that. So the travel, one of the things that you will notice as you guys are traveling from Brigus, where you just were, to Curse, is that you thought, considering like the time it took to get to the other places, that this would be a quicker journey because it's not that far, but it's taking much longer than you would have otherwise expected. And if you ask what was her name? Damn it, Zaythair, about it, she would just tell you that, like, remind you basically that with the Outlands, things move around sometimes. Like, they're in the general relative locations, but the space between them sometimes changes. So it's hard to guess how long it would take to get to anywhere.
this actually has reminded me of the fact that I have yet to have introduced myself to the person who owns this castle.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. You just showed up with them one day, huh?
Yeah, so at some point while we're traveling, I probably will go upstairs and knock on politely.
Okay. Do you want to actually RP it out, or?
I mean, if unless you want to push forward, that wouldn't be bad, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fine. She usually spends the majority of her time in her study, so that's where.
He'll head up in that direction and just like, there's a doorway, or I don't know how it works.
Yeah, it's a door.
He'll just knock on.
He'll be like, "Yeah, come in."
Ah, hello. Greetings. I realized, first off, I apologize. I didn't actually know you existed. And secondly, I didn't know once you existed that you were here. And I realized if I'm staying with this group in your place, I should probably introduce myself.
Oh, yes.
Originally I thought this was theirs and that they'd been gifted it. And then I found out it was owned to somebody and that the somebody was still here.
Yes.
So, hi.
Hi, I'm Zaythair.
I'm Barnabas, and I've got to be honest, I haven't a clue what is going on.
Well, sounds like you're in the exact same boat the rest of them are. They're very confused.
I don't quite understand why we're going from town to town, going up to all the portals.
Oh, well, that's because so they're looking for a little Modrum, and he was here before they were here, and he had that Mimir with him. But when the castle was attacked by the demons, it got damaged and lost some of the data, so they're trying to replace that data so that hopefully it would then be able to tell them whatever information it told the Modron they're looking for, so they would know where he went.
You don't mind us just using this place to move around? I mean, what is it you do?
I'm caretaker.
You have no... You just own a castle that moves?
Well, I mean, I look out for it. It's been like this for hundreds of years, really.
So you're not the owner, as such?
I mean, I'm not sure you could really own it. It does have a little bit of its mind of its own. You have to earn the trust of the castle.
It's a sentient being?
Mhm.
How did you come into possession of this?
Oh, it's so down in the library, there's the sarcophagus. There's the body that's in there preserved. That's the original owner, who's like a long line of gift, just like me, and we've watched over it because if this were to fall into the wrong hands, it could be catastrophic.
See. Right, okay. Well, thank you. I just realized I didn't know a damn thing. And it's not wise to be ignorant.
Yeah, no, anytime. I'm happy to talk. It's most company I've had in centuries, really.
Things are going to be a bit weird. I don't know if anybody's briefed you on our latest scenario.
Well, Gedry did tell me that Kata seemed different, although to me he seemed the same, so I don't know what he's talking about on that one. Is that what you're referring to?
What do you mean he seems the same?
He's the same as I remember him.
So he doesn't look any different to you?
Mm-mm.
So he is as you would always have remembered him?
Yeah, I think that's what the same means. I mean,
Interesting.
maybe I'm translating terribly. Common is not my first language.
Interesting. We might have to revisit this conversation someday.
Okay.
All right, thank you. And with that, I'm just going to nod and leave and head back down to where everybody's gathering, or where everybody currently is.
Is there anything else people would want to do on this day particularly?
Well, I just want to gather everyone and say...
Oh.
The Kata thing might be... not to call you a thing, just the situation. The Kata thing might be more complicated than we originally thought.
In what way?
Well, the gentleman upstairs has no memory of Kata ever looking any different than he does now.
Yeah, they said something like that to me too.
What if, and this is a bit of a weird scenario, but what if we're the only ones who remember the other Kata, and now technically to the whole world he never existed? But we remember.
Well, that would mean that they're not seeing Kata as he is. At some point or some level.
So we're almost. I'm trying to work out how to explain this, but it's like if one of us now dies and comes back, nobody's going to have remembered the previous version of ourselves except us. Whatever the new person is how the rest of the world will perceive them and has always perceived them. Perhaps. I mean, it could just be that this guy upstairs is old and has really bad memory, but it just struck me as odd.
I'm not sure that it particularly matters that much to us now.
No, but it is I thought it was something of note. It seems odd that
It's odd, but there's no other data points to connect it to at this point that I can see.
we went back to a previous location and reintroduced Cat to somebody who'd met him before and see if they also remember him the same.
And we could also show them, like I could create an illusion of what kind of looked like before and see if they recognize that person.
Yes, that would work.
You should have the guy you talk to describe what you look like to him and see if it matches what you think you look like. I'd be curious to know.
Now that we seem to have gained a time dragon, it just seems that things seem to be leaning towards a certain... It's almost as if reality is shifting with us, or we are shifting reality, and I'm not sure which, and I don't think I like it either way.
It has nothing to do with us, and we're just stuck in the middle.
I mean, it definitely has to do with us. There's not a lot of other people out there having the same problem.
That
But
they
it
know
definitely-
of.
It definitely does feel like it's something being done to us, rather than something we're directly involved in. Like, we woke up in the mortuary. Even Barnabas woke up in the mortuary, even if it was at a different time. And at the time, nobody thought that anybody had ever woken up in the mortuary before. So as
Not
far as
really
we know,
a place
we
people tend to wake up.
It is entirely possible, that people don't remember it because they've been masking it or hiding it or altering people's memory, and we just managed to leave before they did that.
Well, we were just on a battlefield, and lots of people were dying around us, and nobody else did what Kata did.
No one knows that their souls are broken.
True.
We do.
I'm
Ah,
just
that's-
saying, speculation will not get us anywhere until we have all of the facts.
at least some of the facts. We don't have enough facts. That's why I keep saying that speculation is not particularly productive, because it could be that we are just the kicking targets of some particular god that's decided to take a dislike to us for some reason. Or maybe it's some demon lord. Or maybe it's something eldritch horror from outside of time and space. We can't determine any of that without more information. So we need to keep trudging along and hope more information emerges. Kata's rebirth is another data point, but at this point it doesn't connect to enough other things to draw firm conclusions.
We get more data at more towns or the outposts to find RO4M to get back to our employer to get more information, right? That's how we get this done.
I mean, we're finding information along the way as well, so not ideally through the best circumstances, but even so.
Well, it just struck me as odd.
All of this is odd.
Indeed.
All
but
of this with Renespera is odd, but that may just be completely unrelated to the other issue. Or it may be entirely related to the issue at a very deep level. Like, Renespera needed us to give the amulet to that witch. If Renespera needed us to give that amulet to the witch, perhaps Renespera was somehow involved in us being awoken in the mortuary. Who knows? This is all speculation, and without anything to support it, it's meaningless.
I feel like at some point I'm going to end up grabbing a piece of wood and nailing it to the wall and making like a whole conspiracy line thread board. Okay, sorry, that was I just wanted to roleplay that out from what you said in our previous conversation.
That's awesome. All right. All right. So, a day after, you guys get another free day after finding the dragon, and then the day after that, you come up on Curse as you're traveling. First thing you guys notice as you get near, there's an odor of rusty metal stinging every breath. When you look outside ahead, you see the gate town of Curse, a dismal-looking community surrounded by an imposing wall. Hulking sentries mine the barrier and oversee an open gate into town. As you near the gate town, your mimir chimes and its eye sockets flicker like a dying candle flame. Also, as you guys get near, Renee comes in from her ever-present position on the post and is like, this does not seem like a good place. Are you sure you want to be here?
Not really, but
We have to be. You should probably stay in the tower while we're here. Just
Okay.
for safety.
I'll
The Mimir
protect the
needs
tower.
information from this town, so we have to go in, unfortunately.
Okay. Be careful.
The other 4 towns on our list should be more pleasant than the last 2. I hope. But at least people have eliminated the worst ones first.
Why do you think they're the worst one?
The last one led to the plate of Acheron, which is an endless battlefield. And
That's
this one,
where I was kidnapped to, and they bought me.
and now we're far from there. But Cursed, I don't know which plane this goes to, but just from the environment and the name itself, I can't assume it's one of the better planes.
Oh, I think I heard that it goes to Carceri? Something like
Carceri?
that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like where people who don't want to be found go, or people who've done terrible things or something.
Yeah, so that's not pleasant. The others are that we need to visit are Excelsior, Faunal, Glorium, and Sylvania, which should be
Oh.
nicer.
Sylvania will probably be nice, but okay. You guys go do that and be careful.
And you stay safe.
Oh, there we go. Give me 1 second.
I think we should touch base with Zather again on like how far away we should be parking this thing, because they know better
Zather,
than we would.
yeah, Zather just says I doesn't think that there's any issue with being near this one. He's never had an issue. He will caution you that although getting in is probably easy and you won't have problems getting back out, he thinks it's likely going to be an issue just because not many people ever claim to have returned from Curse, you know?
Carceri is the plane where you go to be lost, then yeah, it makes sense that not many would come back from that. But the mirror needs the information.
Yep. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm going to send a picture to the chat for you guys. These guys are guarding the gate as you approach. It's not the guy in the foreground holding his face, it's the guy in the background.
looks horrible.
As you approach, the guards look at you guys, but they don't react or talk to you or move to bar your way at all.
I'm gonna wait back here.
Mm-hmm. Are you not going into the town, or like, I'm just clarify?
I'm just walking behind everybody.
Okay.
Like, very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Alright. Yeah, as you guys enter the town, they don't, like I said, they don't seem to react to you or say anything at all. As you enter, you see that the town has a very itinerant feel inside. Like there's people, but like, you know, most towns people are doing business or going about their day or whatever. All of the people inside are just like kind of sitting around, not doing much, kind of dejected, like as if there is nothing for them to do at all. Meanwhile, there are all kinds of guards patrolling the walls of the town, and no few of these guys as well, also patrolling. There looks to be only one way in or out of the town, and yep, there's no obvious way to get to the gate from what you can see just entering.
Bedry, remind me what we know about this place?
It leads to the plane of Carceri, which is the plane of the Lost.
Yep, I feel lost, alright.
To some extent, you can also consider it like an interplanar prison.
Doesn't make me feel any better.
Sure,
It's
yeah.
cursed.
Don't go wandering, I suppose.
No, let's hurry up and get out of here.
Best idea I've heard all day. Well, no time like the present. And I stride forward.
Oh, I'm totally like pushing Kata forward. That has not changed.
You lead the way, sir.
Yep, I will.
Is your plan to wander around the town and see if you can just luck on finding the gate?
I'll maybe,
Stop and ask for directions.
yeah, ask someone who's sitting there on the street or something.
Like
Alright.
the gate guards that you posted. First point of conversation is with them.
So, if you ask the guards on your way in,
Not ours. It is, not ours.
yeah,
Yeah.
they just kind of like grunt at you and will mutter, "Move along," and they offer nothing of help at all.
Seriously, this is like a worse Tatooine.
And they start muttering, and I'm like, "Thank you," and I'm pushing Barnabas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Move along.
Genji's gonna summon up his eagle familiar,
Uh-huh.
which everyone forgets exists because he never has him out, and just send him to fly up. And then he's gonna put his hand over his eyes and just look through the eagle's eyes,
Okay.
flying up overhead, trying to just see if it can spot the
As
gate.
soon as your eagle goes up and you start looking for through the eyes of the eagle, you see that a group of wyverns take off and are heading straight for the eagle, as if like they are going to attack it.
How much time do I have? think?
Like probably a few seconds. They are very fast. Like,
I'll see if I can spot the gate, and then I'll try and unsummon the familiar before it gets attacked.
okay. Give me a perception check.
Can I give him guidance?
Oh wait, I
Yeah,
have
sure.
the bonus from my. Ignore the +4. I have to use what my eagle has.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It has advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. So I should roll twice, and it has a +4, which is the same as mine actually.
Okay.
But basically,
roll a-
it's 18.
Second one.
I mean, yeah. First was a 22, so yeah. Go with
Okay.
22.
You get a quick flash in the general area that you kind of see a little bit of an arch. So you know the general area, but you don't get a real good look at it.
Okay, then I'll unsummon him and I'll communicate that to my allies. So we're there-ish. But the wyverns come down after us.
Well, I was gonna say, if you're looking up after he unsummons, they all veer at the same time and go around and then go back to their little things. You can assume that their role is to prevent anything from maybe escaping by flying out.
Yeah, leaving is going to be a problem.
Yes.
Why did we come in here without a way to get out?
I mean, we have a way out.
No.
We do.
No.
Yes. I mean, it's not optimal, but we do have a way out.
No.
Let's worry about getting out after we can get the information we came here for. We can evaluate along the way.
Gadri, you want to do a survival check to see if from your flash that you saw you can navigate them towards the gate?
Sure.
Hey.
Oh, actually, a good roll.
Yeah. So it takes you about half an hour of going through these winding roads, and, like some switchbacks and whatnot. You definitely gather that this is not a place that is easy to get out of. It's kind of a maze. If you talk to any of the sedentary on your way, they're thoroughly uninterested to talk to anybody at all. They're very sour, and have no real they have no drive or interest in anything. Like, it's fully like they're just here and that's it, you know. In fact, there's at one point you hear off in the distance a huge crash in the city that kind of rattles everything, but nobody reacts to it at all. Like, you guys would be like, wait, what? But nobody has any reaction at all, as if like, oh, whatever, you know. But after a while of going through, you make it to the city where the gate is, and you notice as you get near it that there is nobody near the gate at all. As you approach, a person may mutter that those who go in the gate never come back or whatever, but like nobody ever goes near the gate.
Get what we came for then. No one seems to be stopping us.
Maybe the rest of you should stay further out here while I go into the gate.
Okay. You have no problems walking up next to the gate. As you get next to it, the mirror activates similar to how it did the other ones and is ready for your description.
Cursed is a walled city that is structured much like a prison, drawing everything into the gate at the center. It is populated mostly by depressed individuals who seem to have lost their way and drive in life, and the guards seek to keep everything contained within, preventing escape.
All right. Yep, and you have no trouble whatsoever doing that. The Mimir saves the information and goes back to its more dormant state.
Well, that's one more down, and now I guess we get to the hard part.
Out. We all remember the way we came, right?
Sure, but isn't that not truly an option? I mean, sure. Basically, I don't think they're gonna let us out, is the problem. That said, I don't know of any other options. It's not like we've been here a long time.
Well, only the wyverns seem to react to something trying to leave by the sky. We could try and send something through one of the main gates and send it just to flee away. I know Cease can bring forth creatures. I can bring forth some as well.
Yeah, I mean, I have a familiar I can send through the gate.
I was thinking of other kinds of summons as well. Like I can draw forth a Shadow Spawn from the Shadowfell and just tell it to run. And then if the guards leave the gate to chase after it, we can run in another direction.
So you're saying we need a distraction?
It would cost us little in this case.
I can move pretty quickly these days, especially when I'm flying.
I mean, it's worth a shot, right? What's the...
Don't say it. Do not say it.
Yeah. Sorry.
I just realised your whole character's accent is Canadian now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. So, how close? First, I think we should probably see how close we can get to the entrance gate before they start stopping us.
They didn't bother us on the way in. Like the other options are we could try and find ways to teleport ourselves through the gate.
I can teleport, and I can take somebody with me.
I look at Kata, I'm like, no.
I can't do that. I mean, I have to get someplace first, and I haven't really tested how far I can do it, but I don't think it's super far.
I mean,
I could manage as many as 4, but it would tax me.
I can take me and somebody else. So that would be all of us.
Depending on how far, my fire guy can move me a little bit, but not super long distance.
How far could you move people if needed, Gedry?
100 feet or so, possibly a little bit more. We've gotten better at spotting distances.
Well, Cease. Sorry, not Cease. Sorry. Ollie, when we first entered, how high up was the wall in correlation to like the buildings around it?
Double check real quick. The walls are 30 feet tall.
Okay, and how tall are the buildings?
Buildings are like basically one-story little shack kind of buildings.
Okay, right. That's no good. I have the ability to make a lot of you be able to basically walk up walls. We could find a quiet spot on the wall and just go over it.
Arlie, you said the wyverns were on the walls?
Yes. Yeah. They're patrolling up there as well.
Then I'll point that out.
We don't know that they're going to stop us from leaving.
if we make enough of a distraction that they're going to chase somebody else, then while the wyverns have left the walls, you could all get over it. Like, what if I was to fly up and then just teleport, lead them to me as bait, and then just teleport far, far away? In that distraction moment, you guys could all just jump over the wall.
Really, yes. Cease has a point. Why don't we just try to leave first?
We should. Like, these are all like speculations on ways we can approach this if we can't just simply leave.
Oftentimes, making it more complicated isn't the way to go.
Yeah, why don't we just walk out the front door and see what happens? Or at least see how close we can get to it before there's a problem.
And this time I push Barnabas forward.
I will gladly carry on walking.
Okay.
I mean, depends on how quickly we can get through the gate, too. I can lock down the gate pretty well, probably. Well, maybe. Do you think these
Might
things
not be
burn?
necessary. Let's just see what happens.
All right. Are you guys all gonna walk up with Barnabas, or is Barnabas walking by himself?
Oh, I'm letting Barnabas walk by himself.
Was I muted that whole time?
Yes.
No, I heard you at one time.
At one point.
Yeah.
Great.
What else did you say?
I don't even
Last-
remember.
The last thing I
Aw.
heard you say was sometimes making it more complicated. It's
Yeah.
Okay, well at least you know that. So anyway,
The worst.
I would go too. I thought I was unmuted this whole time, and then I looked
Okay.
up the screen to respond, and I saw the little red slash, and I was like, "Aw."
Okay, so you're going with Barnabas. All right. Is everybody else staying behind? Okay.
Watch it attentively.
Yes. Cool. So the two of you, as you approach the gate, you get about 50 feet away, and then the people patrolling the walls up above look and yell down at you. Gosh, I am such not a naturally intimidating person. I just I'm like, what would they say? But they basically yell and curse at you to turn back before you're forced to regret your choices.
I make a mental note of how close we got.
Okay. And then do you guys turn back at that point?
I'm not going to go back to the group, but I'm going to stay at least or more 50 feet away from the gate.
Mhm.
But I'm going to see how close I can just get to a section of wall.
Are they
Um,
outside the gate, or are they within
No.
range of the gate?
So they are all like lining the walls around
No,
the town.
Barnabas and
Oh.
Nina.
Okay, sorry.
How far? Like, did they get within 50 feet of the gate? Did they get 50 feet past the gate? Did they get through the
No.
gate?
They got 50 feet away from the gate, basically, like walking towards it,
The gate was still 50 feet before we got through it.
basically. They don't react to you guys being near the wall, at all, really.
Okay, that's good to know. In that case, I will turn around and head back to the group and relay what I found.
Do-
So, we got about, I don't know, 50 paces from the gate.
Is there anybody around us?
There's people nearish you, but not anybody too close. Nobody seems to really be reacting to you currently, or paying attention to you guys.
We got about within 50 paces of the gate before they started making it quite clear that they didn't want us to approach any further, but it seems to be okay if you go straight up to a wall.
I mean, they didn't react to us approaching from the other side of the gate.
Yes, it seems to be that you can, and you know, you can check in any time you like, but you can never leave.
And Arlie, the gates are open, right?
Mhm.
Like we can see through them?
Yep. Like there does not appear to be a gate per se, like a
Yeah, it's
open entryway.
I mean, I can plop you a good 50 feet past the gate before they're wising up to us on this side, paying attention. I don't know if they'll react to the casting of a spell or if they'll realize that you were in here and now you're out there.
You
As you
assume
guys are having-
teleportation would work?
As you guys are having that conversation, you notice an aged human wearing a tattered cloak is slowly approaching you. His skin is crisscrossed with scars, and he carries himself with confidence. In a deep voice, the man rumbles, "They say no one can leave cursed. Really, you just need the right friends to get you out. And you all look like you're in the friend-making mood."
Possibly.
My son and I are working on a way to get people out, and we'd be willing to help you guys and take you with us. You can help us.
At what cost?
Assume helping then.
Yeah, it's not safe. It's a passage through some amount of danger, and I don't know that we would be able to do it on our own. But with you lot, I think we could all make it.
I look at Silraz, and then I look at Kata, and then I look at Gudry.
So why are you here?
That's a long story. Better told not out here.
You have a better place to go.
Yes, we have a little place where my son and I have been staying.
Then, please lead the way.
He's gonna lead you guys to his house. That is actually where we're gonna stop for tonight, because otherwise we'll be going until like 2 a.m. again.
Please no, I can't do that again.
I know.
I'm ready 4 a.m., but I need to sleep. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you guys are so old.
you
There's the
you
person
sleep
like
during
3
the
hours
day.
behind us.
Yeah, too.
Look, that is completely irrelevant.
Uh-huh.
I am the oldest person here, and I'm up till 2 a.m. every night. Of course, I get up at like 10 a.m.
I
Right.
was about to say my kid's internal alarm clock is getting me up in about 6 to 7 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
I remember
Not even gonna like give you any of you guys at all. No. It is 9 minutes past 4 in the morning. I'm off to bed.
this sounds like a poor decision on your part.
Yes, unfortunately, I never got to negotiate with my parents which country I was going to be born in.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like I was left out of that conversation too. Like, shit.
I didn't even get like what state I was going to be born in. Like, no.
I was born in an awful state. Oh, you mean actual geographical?
Geographical.
I was born 2 months after my mom found out she was pregnant because she
Oh,
was to get pregnant. So she had cancer and she was going through radiation treatments while pregnant with me.
oh, wow.
She was infertile. And so they just thought that all of her symptoms from radiation were just that and not pregnancy symptoms. She found out she was pregnant at 5 months. I was born like a month and a half later.
That is
Hang on.
wild.
She was going through radiation therapy while pregnant with you.
Yes, that is why I tell people I have latent superpowers. I'm just
I was
waiting.
going to say, if you get angry, do you turn green?
Like I was so sure when we had the solar eclipse, especially because it was 100% where I live, that was going to awaken something. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah.
Also, my grandmother had a little newspaper clip of the miracle baby born, and
Aw.
passed away. My uncle found it. It was in like a hardcover book to protect it, and he gave it to me, so I have it now.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Aw. Cool. Well, let me double check the calendar. I'm pretty sure there's nothing coming up that would get in the way, at least for me, with sessions upcoming.
Hang on.
Yeah. Oh,
I
wait,
might
wrong.
be late back on
Yeah.
the one beginning on the 1st of February. I might be late coming back here. The reason is that it's pantomime week, Saturday's the last show. I'm not in it this year. I'm helping out backstage because I have too many other things on that are conflicting. But I might be at the after party. I might not. But usually it's finished by then because people are old and want to go to bed. So I might be a few minutes late. I will message and let you guys know ahead of time.
That's cool. But yeah.
I have 2 pantomimes back-to-back weeks. I'm working on one and I'm doing a cameo in the other.
All right. Well, thank you guys. There was so much good RP tonight. That was a lot of fun.
I
It
was
was really good. Yeah.
I was dying to RP her.
This whole campaign already, it's so
Real weird.
weird. Yeah, this is like there's just nothing makes sense, and yet at some point everything's just gonna like, and you go, oh.
Yeah. Well, I was just telling Radix, like there was, I got this book and I started reading it, and like I was like 5 pages in, and I was like, oh my god, nobody read this adventure. I have to DM it. I just love it so much.
On that note, by the way, while I still have the double Hell campaign one, a friend of mine has just picked up the Vecna module from last year, the one that goes all the way to 20. If you get it, please don't read it, because he's just been describing it to me, and I'm 50-50 on if I want to run that instead, because it looks ridiculous.
So, I have to share this. I just found out my daughter is almost done DMing the module that we're currently running.
Oh, yeah.
And I was laughing. I was like, Thea, tell me you're kidding. She's like, no. Like, we've been running it for almost a year now. I'm like, you've got to be joking me right now. She's like, no. We did have some rabbit trails. A lot of rabbit trails. I'm like, oh no.
It happens.
Don't spoil anything. She's like, I won't.
That's
yeah,
so fun.
I was like, that's great. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna head out to bed.
Yeah.
So thanks everyone.
The Vecna one, it seems to be like it's similar to Dungeon of the Mad Mage in that it's like dungeon crawls. The difference is it's like a different dungeon every stage.
Yeah.
With like a different end boss at the end. It's kind of like how do I describe it? It's like, do you remember years and years and years ago, Blizzard did a head-to-head live at BlizzCon? They had like 2 of the best raiding guilds in a head-to-head, and they basically invented a raid of just like all the most iconic raid bosses. It's that as a whole campaign.
Endus, I thought you were going to say something a bit ago.
If it did, I didn't remember what it was now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sorry.
Ah, well. No, it's all right.
Thanks for a great game.
Yeah. I'll see you guys next week.
Night, everyone.
Bye.
All right, and that is going to be it for us tonight. So, apparently if we die, we reincarnate. That's interesting. Although, the one thing none of us actually know if he has any kind of negatives to his character or any of his abilities or anything like that. So, death might not be good. So, yeah. We'll see what happens if another one of us ever dies. That's gonna be it for tonight. Tomorrow night we'll be back. We're doing be working on Mythic Princess more. That nightmare of a fight. And then I'll be back on Tuesday when we'll be back swinging into full gear Mythic raiding. So I will see you tomorrow night, and until then, as always, thanks for coming, thanks for hanging out, and have a great night.